Mulibwanji, as Pombi would greet us from
Atmosphere Nation.
Actually, that Mulibwanji comes as far as Bring the Bass. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't know.
You've never heard Bring the Bass by Pombi?
Which one is it? I'm not sure I know it.
Bring the Bass.
I will lie.
But you know the song?
I'm a young man.
Hip Hop Mochinya.
Yes, I know that
yeah, so.
I've always wondered that one, like, how dare you think another lady?
You take your place.
That was after he got saved.
Baby, let me remind you who you are. I can see past your makeup.
Was that before he got saved or after?
I think it should have been in that time frame because it's in the Mijo album.
Oh, okay. It should have been after then.
Yeah. Let me connect my headsets to make sure that we are audible enough. And I think we're good. Say something. And then we are doing sound check. We started recording. And all like, yeah, how are you?
Good. Just tired. It's been a long day.
Yeah, so part of the reasons why we're recording late, it's because you showed up late. Because you got lost.
No, got lost is a stretch.
I
didn't get lost.
What happened?
I couldn't find
your
the
way.
turn. Yes.
Like
the English matters. I didn't get lost.
We were about to report to say missing person. He was last seen wearing, what color is that? Brown?
They keep saying it's
nude.
I think nude is a more exact color. It's far from beige. This can't be beige.
Okay, your color, but it
beige?
Looks brown. Okay, cream white.
I guess.
You know, like cream white kanshini ivory.
Oh.
You know, like people have going. Have you ever like wondered like there's turquoise?
Yes. Like a type of blue.
This
almost.
Champagne, which is pink.
Yes.
I'm like, why? And then somebody will say nude. I'm like, nude is brown. Like so yeah, there are all those
reminds me of
interesting scriptures and all. What was the key verse from church?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Hey, I have to remember.
How?
I've checked my notes, sir.
You know, like this.
Okay, to be fair, no, there was a key verse. I was about to say I don't
verse.
think there was a key, but it was there.
It was there. What
I have
was
to
it?
check. I have to check.
You know, this feels like a preaching point. Remember the story of Mary and Martha. It's in what portion of? Because I know if I do the manual stitching, just check for me. I think my data is done. Let's see.
You said the story of Mary and Martha. Which one?
The serving one, not the Lazarus. Because Lazarus is John chapter 11. But the story of Mary and Martha. And Kelly, so you see what I'll be doing now is that I'll be practicing my messages on the podcast. Like, how will this work? Yeah, okay, let me buy date. Let's see.
It's loading. Martha saves by
what's happening?
Hard with hospitality, but becomes distracted by a task. Mary sits just with Luke 10.
It's Luke 10.
Yeah. Luke chapter 10, verse 38.
So there's Matthew, Mark, Luke. Okay, I'm in the book of Acts. Luke chapter number 10.
38.
10 verse 38. How?
Is it the one?
No.
Oh, I can show you. Here it is. It's not the one.
So this is 38. No.
Yeah, searched for
This is
something.
AI, and like this is another great teaching point. like AI is
I googled it.
so like if you're going to like prepare anything with AI now, right? Like, please don't. Like read.
Every other I said 1038, right?
Yes.
Everything else that's popping up here is saying 1038.
Maybe I'm in the wrong. Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong one. It's me. Okay, sharp. Thanks. I was in 11. But yeah, another point with AI, don't trust it with
No,
your
it's
life.
true. Double check.
It will think. So yeah, Luke 10 verse 38. Now it came to pass as they went that he entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house, and she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. But Martha was what's the word? Cumbered. That's the
Was cumbered.
It would come from the word succumbed.
Okay.
Like so succumbed, like you were succumbed with a lot of things to do. Like so she was cumbered about much serving and came to him and said, Lord, can't you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Bid her therefore that she also help me. And Jesus answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha. Oh, just 2 times. Nakamba 3 times. Like Martha, Martha. Oh yeah, there's a Martha in here. Like it feels we're talking about her. Yeah, like thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needful, and Mary has chosen that good part, which shall not be taken away from her. So many times when we are at church, and this is something which I have realized, is that we are so busy doing things that we forget that we went to that place to sit at the feet of the Master. However, I want to as well make a disclaimer that church is not the only place we can sit at the Master's feet. Yeah. But if there's a concert happening, if there's an event happening, or if we're just serving, like most of us get into a place where we just want to serve and forget about our relationship with God. No. Basically, how was the service? Like you can't remember anything.
I'm telling you.
So you were busy, like just organizing things.
I was all over. But as much as I don't remember like the key scripture, I do remember the message.
What was the message?
So it was basically about how the world develops, and with the development of the world comes new challenges, right? Yeah. And so the message was basically around what those challenges look like, and how overcoming them could come about, right? Yeah. So.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an exciting episode of the Umubanga podcast, where we aim to inform, transform, as well as inspire. And I hope that as I say this, Bukata will have it grasped in his head.
I'll practice.
Because the 2 times Bukata has hosted, like...
Hey, it was crazy. No, but I'll get it. What's the order?
No, like... Look,
it's what? Inform, transform, inspire.
Yes, but... like you have creative freedom to find your way. Like.
I hear you.
So
I'll find.
Yeah, like please. Yeah. So yeah. Well, we talked about.
You're talking about AI.
Yeah.
We can start there.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
What was happening? What's up with AI?
I believe this should be Ministry of Education is partnering with. I need to check the body.
Yeah.
Right, but they are trying to infuse AI into learning. Yeah, Zambia is AI-driven learning through partnership with Obrizium, right? Obrizam. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Yeah. So basically, the ministry is looking to add AI to our education system in terms as far as like assessment. Understanding whether the problem is the teacher or the students, right? Yeah, stuff like that. Using it for assessment, using it to come up with better ways to educate. But they're not doing like a full-on implementation. They're picking some schools first.
Yeah, because
and then they see where it goes from there.
There computers, the schools. So that's the biggest challenge we have.
That's the question.
Yeah.
That's
the $1 million question.
Yeah.
Quick word. Did you at any point in your university journey use AI?
Yes. Shout out to ChatGPT. I wouldn't have done this without you. I did use AI.
Yeah.
I did use
then
AI.
Then you used as well other AI tools to not get...
Okay, no. Yeah. No. The question is, how did I use the AI?
Okay, yeah. How did you use
AI?
AI?
I think for the most part, AI made it easier for me to find stuff.
Yeah.
For me to break down concepts. For chat, DeepSeek, or whatever it is, you type in a question, it explains for you, it helps you. Even with documents, I forgot the last time I typed a document from scratch.
I use a lot of AI, especially if I want to put my creative thoughts together.
Exactly.
But by the time I am going to use prompts, it would have been after the 10th try. So what happens is that I have to refine. Yeah, so
for me it also helps me organize my thoughts. Yeah, if I have an idea on how I want to do something, I'll just feed the ideas on AI, and then it helps me organize them and I sort through.
I think I've gotten to a place where now the ChatGPT even tells me about myself, because it's that thing where I have been feeding it a lot of information that it's learned so much about me that
I need to start
I'm
using the paid version.
I have a lot of subscriptions for things. One of the things,
imagine.
And I always say this, that in Zambia, even what we do, right? It's so unappreciated. Well, shout out to you or Loveness K's, Isaac K, while you're the regular commenters, I see you. We see you. We see what you do. Yeah, thank you. Keep it up. And so for those of you who are new to the bandwagon, just throw your comments in and just let us know how we're doing. And what was I saying?
You're talking about appreciating what we're doing. The AI.
Yes. So I have a lot of subscriptions to things. Canva, CapCut, Adobe Premiere Pro. Just the Adobe Creative Suite is close to 10,000 kwacha.
For subscription?
Yeah, for subscription. CapCut, the basic version is 500 kwacha a month. Canva is 500 kwacha a month. Opus Clip is over 500 kwacha. All these tools, you have to pay for them. And that's before you even have the knowledge. Right. Creative schools, fees go above 80,000 a year. So this creative journey, it's
it's a lot.
And that's why, in order for you to get the most out of your Chat GPTs, your Geminis, your
DeepSeek.
You have to pay. There's a paywall attached in order for you to get the best premium service. Creativity is... but one of the interesting thing with creativity, right, is the fact that people who are not creative are trying to use it, but then they are now finding out to say, actually, creativity isn't just the doing. It's the thinking.
It is, exactly.
Somebody will go on ChatGPT and then it will print for them a book. And then when we read through the content, you're just this is just generic information. At least you on the 10th try, then it would have been this is proper information. But now people are lazy. There's no creativity in writing. There's no creativity in just even a simple birthday message has to go through ChatGPT.
Imagine.
So there's needs
which reminds me. So I'm having a conversation with friends of my, males and females. Right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about how much people use AI, and I was asking the guys, when you want to text your girl or something, have you ever had a moment where you think through and you're maybe let me put the message on AI and see what chat is gonna tell me, and then I'll get it and send it, right? And they were yeah, man, I do that sometimes. and the girls were upset.
Yeah.
Like all this time we think we're talking to you, we're talking to AI.
Yeah, like I think that we need we need to be authentic with how we write.
But would you say that's not authentic? For you to want the AI to double check
your... At some point, it will feel like we are forcing things. That's not your English. There's a misunderstood of amongst ourselves. So,
yes. That's fair.
I want to read for you something that was said during the African Digital Conference. So they said by 2030, over 85 million jobs may disappear, but 97 million new tech-driven roles will be created. The real question is, which side will you be on? Then they said the future job market will stop asking for what did you study. It will be asking what can you build, analyze, automate, or solve. And AI just raised the standard.
Okay, so here's another thing which I always say about Africa, is that by the time AI is catching up to Africa, the beautiful thing about Africa is that, like, look, the Americas, the Dubais, the Saudis, like, the Chinas, like, are like, maybe like 100 years ahead. And then us, we are playing catch up. So we still have hope. So the jobs,
I didn't see that.
You can go study library information and public studies. That's what my wife studied, and then I'm just like, okay, sharp. Like, yeah. So go. What are the other courses at UNZA which sometimes
they'll come
you
for
don't
me.
want to, let people study what they want to study.
You're coming all the way from your home to study this.
There's one of the stories which we shared. I think Itani Madima spoke about anointing in worship, not measured by emotional reactions. Dealing with, you know how it is where if we want to feel something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how was church? No, that person did not minister well because swananipeleke paja. Swananimvesage.
Tuma goosebumps.
Yes.
No, but then to play, the word is devil's advocate.
You're a child of God.
That's why I paused and said yeah, that's why I paused for a bit. Yeah. But anyway, to I guess add what? Firewood to the fire.
Yeah.
The question for me would be like, for a lot of people we see under the power, there seems to be emotional. There seems to be an emotional reaction, right? Especially if it gets to an overwhelming point. So then, what are the intricate details of that? Like, how do we then dissect the conversation of it's not how you feel, right? Because we see a lot of people when they are overwhelmed feel something.
Yeah.
So is it possible for you to just be stoic and still, like, say you felt the presence of God?
Yeah, it is possible. You know, like, I think, look at, that's a mosquito there. Like, yeah. The instincts were like, gotcha. Like, yeah. So it's possible. I feel, there's a misunderstood of amongst ourselves. Like, I feel that. So when each and every one of us goes to church, we're coming from different situations and backgrounds, right? And there are moments when I get into church and my posture of worship will not be like the one crying, like the one lifting hands.
That's true.
Sometimes my posture of worship would just be like this. And then at some point, and I've gotten this where the person who was leading, were like, you're distracting me. Like,
because you're holding your...
Yes, because I was like this. And then it could be that I look like I'm staring at them, but then I'm not with them.
Yes.
Like, it's just that it looks like I'm looking at them, but I'm not with them. And then it's like that. And then the person will be like, oh, you made me feel like I wasn't doing the correct thing. And that's how come we've like as well reduced worship to, like, most worship leaders are singing songs to make people cry. Most worship leaders are singing songs to make people feel certain things, like goosebumps or like you should feel emotional. Simple songs which would make people emotional. Let me try this. It's sad that the Assemblies of God, the ladies passed away in a road traffic accident. We offer our prayers and say that the Lord be with the families. So in that situation, right, a song leader in that type of setup would sing a song like Abanandi Bambina Bafwa Lelo Ine Epondi. What will be the reaction of the people in the audience? They'll be emotionally charged.
True.
So it will not be like they are feeling Jesus, but they are feeling their emotions. So many times, it's a serious point which I'm bringing and you're laughing. Anyways, so many times people are emotional sometimes not because they had an encounter with Jesus, but then somebody's remembering to say, oh, I was almost chased from the house. Oh, not even I was almost chased from the house. I am about to be chased from the house. I do not have money for school fees. So it's not that they are crying that Jesus has touched them. No. And that's why for me it becomes dangerous to measure the impact of your worship ministration based off how many people cried. Others are crying because my husband we fought or I insulted my husband and now I'm sorry. Like, not that it's even in relation to the fact that people
I for one don't lead worship songs unless I have a revelation behind the song. Like if the song hasn't ministered to me first, I can't. So that thing where people sometimes just stick a song on you like, okay, uzaimba nimboi.
But I have a question.
Yep.
But like for the people that are receiving the worship, right? Isn't it like some? Because the Bible says that I shall bring to your remembrance what. Your Bible here.
It's your Bible. Hey! You started it, you better finish it.
Like how will I know? How will I know what you're talking about?
What I'm trying to say is, since you've talked about how they react from their emotions, right?
Yes.
But like them, because in that moment, as a person is singing worship, right? They're not really talking about your situation, but they're singing maybe a song, right? But I feel like to some, it may be God bringing to their remembrance
what
certain areas of their lives that connects to that song to bring them to the reality or the acknowledgement of a particular thing that has been trying to bring across to them. Yeah,
but the point which we are talking about is the fact that the person who wrote is a worship minister. So he said that majority of what we see is that worship ministers will equate their impact of the ministry based off how many people cried and that's how come I brought the aspect to say people are going through different things. Like people are in church, they are lifting hands. Kanji was using the same hands to slap the wife. Like, so it's those many things happening. So yeah.
I actually remember what Pastor Cham said. You reminded me. He was praying for people and he saw that when someone sees someone fall, they're also falling, like, nothing will by. Like, you feel like every time they pray for you, you also want to fall because you feel like every time they touch your head, like, just want to fall you.
Take it.
Yeah. So
touch your skin. Touch your skin. Receive the power.
Under the sound of my voice.
So he said something really interesting.
Even blowing, like.
He was telling like the people that were around him to say, it's not about the manifest, but it's about what happens after this whole thing.
When you say it's not about the manifest, it felt like the money.
Money.
It's not about the manifestation.
It's not about the money first.
He said it's not about the manifest. Then I don't know like where he used at the end, but it meant something like it's about what happens to you after the whole, event is done.
So it's the same thing like with worship. And by the way, what's our definition of worship?
Ding, ding, ding.
Because even some of the songs we sing are not worship songs.
Exactly.
For example,
I'm very strict about that at church.
I would hear, let's worship the Lord together. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those are chants.
Yeah. Like, boss.
That is not worship. We actually can't do chants at church. They tell us, like, that is not worship. They're very, very strict about it.
So,
I'm yet
those
to
are songs
though.
of charging people to pray. And the context would be charging people to pray warfare. For example, like Pastor Gift, Settle My Matter is not a worship song. No, like I'm stating, like Pastor Gifts, and that's how come there's the Settle My Matter conference, which is strictly built for people who want God to settle their matters.
What about the testimony song?
Walitulwila kare.
No.
It's not that part is not a thing. It's not a worship song. It's a request. So it's like supplication. So Philippians 4:6, like it's a thing, supplication. So like pay attention to songs. Like not all songs are worship songs. Pay attention to them and don't just sing them blindly. Songs like Omema like is a praise song.
Yeah, that is praise.
So pay attention to songs. Like worship is God revealing himself to you. A powerful song by Pastor Gift is Bukata. That's a worship song.
Yeah.
Like it's glory. It's God revealing himself and speaking. Like so we need to really, really, really rethink. Like and say, okay, is this a worship song? Is this one of the songs which is like making noise in my ears, like, and I play it like every day. Like there's just something Minister Temwani did to Mwali Sheila by Pastor Medorin Vesa. Like the Mwali Sheila song, like for me right now, like it's been that worship song, like the one, like I played. It's 11 minutes long, and I think I listened to that song like. I think she even asks for water to drink because I've played the song for so many times. So we need to like look through and say, okay, is this a worship song? Is this and again, I think that question came from the fact that how do we define worship? What is worship? I'll throw it as far as this, that worshiping God is not just in song. Worshiping God is our life. Our obedience to God is worship. Our obedience to who he is in our lives is worship. So God is Jehovah Jireh. God is he's revealed himself as Jireh in my life. It is worship. And so we need to really, really look at our lives and judge and say, am I truly, truly worshiping God? Is it Matt Redman who sang a thing? Coming back to the heart of worship.
I'm coming back with that.
He says that
worship is all about you.
It's all about you, Jesus.
I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it.
And it's all about you. So worship is all about Jesus.
Yeah.
It's all about God. It's got nothing to do to say, settle my matter, God. So that song, Settle My Matter, is in relation to another thing. God, intervene in my situation. I am making this request known to you. Intervene in my situation. And then, so pretty much that's what worship is. So we shouldn't, and we shouldn't limit the move and manifestation of God to the fact that people fell and God was there.
Yeah.
Actually, interestingly, that Elijah thought that God was in the fire, that God was in the earthquake, that God was in the mighty rushing wind, and then God was in a small whisper. So you see how, right? We always assume that there's a move. But what if God in that instance is talking to you guys?
Others just feel the vibration of the mic when they say.
You know, like I have been in spaces where I felt, and this is like emotional attachments, because we've been so much accustomed to the fact that God only moves when people fall, and like where I have ministered God's word and I felt that there was nothing which happened. And as I'm walking out, somebody comes and says, "Hey, as you were speaking, God was talking to me, and thank you for allowing God to use you." And then I'm shocked, like, "You, do you know the struggle I was in there?" Like when I was in front there, like
felt like a dry situation.
Yeah, like I couldn't even feel anything. So we have attributed the move of God to the fact that I have to feel something. Like I have to feel like like I have to roar.
Goosebumps.
Like no.
Ka-da-da-da.
In this is where we need to change our mindset on certain things. And we should not put God in a box that God always moves in this way. Because we are so much used to saying, for God to do this, he will do this. No, because we are using our mind to think on God's behalf. What if God wants to show up as rain? Make sense? Yeah,
Makes
anyways.
Makes sense.
We move. It felt like a whole lecture. Like
it was a
It
was a stretch.
What else was in the news?
It was a whole stretch.
You know, we're even halfway in.
I was going to bring up something when you talked about somebody's lifting their hands. Kanshi, they are using those same hands to beat their wives. I'm forgetting the man of God's name. Oh my God, the one who said you don't have to leave. Like even
it is alleged.
Yes,
Bishop Joey Imakando.
Yes,
it is. There's
I found that like it's too much of a blanket statement to say even if you're having difficulties at home, you don't have to leave because the difficulties are not defined.
Yes.
But still, I had a take on... So practically, it takes us straight to divorce when you hear a statement like that, right? I had a statement from a man of God, which I think our generation really needs to hear, right? Yeah. He said, divorce is not allowed in the church, right? The Bible does not agree with divorce, right? But for today's time, it seems so normal. Yeah. Now, he explained and said, look, we're not saying stay with your abusive husband, right? We are saying if your husband is abusive or your wife is abusive, come to church, right? We'll do counseling for you. If we see and analyze and see, okay, the two of you have to be separated, you will be separated, but you will not divorce. If you want, you'll be separated your whole lives if you feel like the solution can't be found, but you will not divorce. Yeah. For me, that was like a really interesting perspective because when we have these conversations, most people say, no.
You know, like in the Catholic Church, there's actually, you cannot, when you marry in the Catholic Church, you cannot go back to them and get divorced. So your divorce will only be done through the High Court. Like according the church. Them, yes, so, and according to the church, right, the Catholic Church is that you're still married. If you want to get divorced, it's Pelican Vatican.
That's interesting.
So, because in the Catholic Church, like marriage is a big sacrament. Like it's a big thing. And actually, marriage is a big thing. Even not just but just the importance God placed on marriage. And there's actually background as to why divorce was allowed, especially in the Old Testament, because of people's disobedience.
So this was allowed?
Yeah? Yes. So people would divorce because they were disobedient. So it fell under God's permissive will.
Not the perfect will. Yeah, no, I just found that perspective very interesting, because we normally hide behind, no, this person's going through these problems, but the man of God goes and says, we'll put both of you in counseling, but you're not divorcing. If you have to live in different houses, you live in different houses until your issue is solved. But as far as the church is concerned, you are not divorcing.
So, in terms of that statement, of course, we can't say much because there was no proper context. And I think Kalemba were the ones who put it out there, with no proper context as to where it came from. And you see, that's one thing about news. Actually, I'll actually even address this. There's a video which I am featured.
Oh, where?
Yes, on DW Africa.
Oh.
You know DW TV, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so DW Africa did a story just talking about marriage in general in Zambia.
Okay.
The bride price, Lobola bride price,
And you're in
and
the
stuff
video.
like that. So
In the video.
yes, I'm
We
in
need
the
to find this
video.
What did you do?
So I think it was like 10 to 15 minutes. Were you there?
Oh, it was me.
It was you who was there.
It was me.
It was Lydia who was there. How long did we take? It was like 10 minutes or so, right? So it was a 10 minutes interview, right? Talking about marriage, the history of Lobola, all those things, right? So I gave a breakdown. And in one of the responses, I was like, I was actually able to get a lower bride price. Now, the story comes up, right? Now, the reporter phrases it to say, Dennis Mubanga Kabwe was able to negotiate a lower bride price. I was like, no, I didn't say that. So, actually, somebody called me, I think one of the negotiations. Actually, Josephat from Christ Connect was like, I'm from watching your video, just like today. He's like, I'm from watching your video on YouTube, and you managed to negotiate a lower bride price. Help me, I'm like, no, so, and that's with the news that sometimes some of these news outlets, even the Iran war,
misreport these things.
They give reports in bits and pieces mainly for clickbait.
Sometimes they just outright change the story. I don't know if I told you the time I was at Zika's and an article came out that my dad has got 2 mansions in Mutale. I know my friends were like, bro, let's go to the mansion. I'm like, mansion? Literally in the newspaper, an article about how a government person has got 2 mansions in Mutale.
You're even looking forward to those mansions like Bali, you're hiding stuff from us. Maybe
the man has been hiding mansions from us. And that was there's no even smoke in that situation.
So did he sue?
No, he didn't. Yeah, it's just I guess he knew who took the story. Yeah. Because they were trying to put dirt on his name or something. So it's just it's one of those things.
So yeah, it's always to be cautious before. That's why for me, even in such instances, I was looking forward to even a video coming out so that we can be able to get proper context of what was really, really said.
I just feel it was a good segue into talking about the conversation of divorce, because I feel one of the reasons people are divorcing a lot these days is because of how we look at marriage, right? A lot of us just rush into it. Yeah. A lot of us don't understand that when you go in, you shouldn't be thinking, if it's crazy, I'll come out.
Yeah, actually, I think the notion of dating has really spoiled marriage, because dating tells us that you're free to leave at any point you want.
Exactly.
So if this one is not my spec,
it trains you to leave more than it trains you to stay.
Yeah, true. I think for me, grounds. For me, I'm not a firm believer in divorce, but grounds of separation would be infidelity and physical abuse. Even verbal abuse. Separation, not divorce. Even verbal abuse. Insult me when I'm gone.
I have a question. So, how many years should one take, as they are dating, for them to settle?
What do you mean?
For
example, how long should you date?
Okay, for example, I have heard of relationships where people have been dating for 4 years. Then later on, they don't even end up together.
Yeah.
Somebody ends up with somebody is just from meeting 4 months ago, and they're married. What would you say to the young youths out there?
I'm a youth as well.
Okay, yes.
By the way, Happy Youth Week, Happy Youth Day. We didn't celebrate you. We cannot wish Lydia a happy. Happy Youth Day, Lydia. You're a youth. We just couldn't wish you a happy Women's Day. Yeah.
Okay, so let me paraphrase this. Or let me add more flesh to what I'm trying to explain. So, for example, I have seen people that have dated 4 years, but yet they don't even end up together. Then he ends up, or she ends up, marrying somebody that she's only met maybe 4 months ago. What's the correct recommended age for people to like start dating? Because we are seeing okay, I've seen a lot of people that started dating a long time ago when they were maybe young, then they've grown up, and their interests are like now different, and they end up separating. And in their dating, you know that you are dating because you're attracted to one another, so it gives more room for sexual sin, impurity, and
immorality.
Yes. So kind of.
Bukata, you want to answer?
I wanted to tease her because of the t-shirt she's wearing, but
Love Sunday.
But a little bit. For me, I find that a tricky conversation to have, right? I also feel like I don't have the right to give like a definite answer because I'm not married. For me, that's what I think. But if I was to chip into the conversation, I do agree with the notion that people shouldn't date for long. My mom herself says you should like date for like 2 years and it's done. Like, why you date? Marry. If you can do it like in a year and marry, it's proper, right?
Okay.
Now, I know you're leaning in because my situation is a little bit different. Yeah. Right? But then...
You're about to get a doctorate degree.
But then the reason kind of like why some situations are different are because for people like to come together and marry, right? It's not just per se the two of you, right?
Yeah.
There's conversations like if you come from a family, for example, where they would not allow you to marry unless you're done with school. There's nothing you can do about it, right?
Yeah.
And so if school is gonna take long, it's gonna take long, right? If for example, I find myself in a situation where I went to Zikas, right? Let's say I met somebody who was at Zikas in like third year, right?
You're at Zikas in 2017.
Yeah, I started 2017.
Yeah.
Right? Let's say I meet somebody like 3 years later, right? That's 2020. Right? And then I start dating and say, I'm going to marry the person in 2 years, right? And then in that same 2 year span, I decide to change my course, right? And when I change my course, that's another 4 years. You know what I mean? Yeah. So those variables, for example, if I am a female in this situation, change if my family says, we're not going to let you go until you get your paper. So it means that's another 4 years. But I've already met somebody.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So there's dynamics like that. But for me, I do agree with the notion that you don't date for long, just like 2 years, a year.
You bring a scientific context.
What's the please?
The science. This should be interesting.
Yes.
What do you do?
So there's I remember my brother was like telling me that there's a part of a brain called, I don't know if it's a photocortex.
Doctor.
Yes. He was telling me something that it's responsible for. No, but you can search for it because I did research on it.
We have an actual final year medical student.
What if she doesn't study? Yes.
She's Lydia.
Violence.
I
thought you should study. Are you gonna take that?
Like you have such great wisdom.
Guys, that's a joke. Yes, so
it can't be a joke. Don't disrespect her call. Like.
Let me finish.
Yes, okay, finish.
Yes. So he was trying to explain to me to say it's good for someone to date when they are 25 because by that time, like before 25, it's never usually that part is never
fully mature.
Yes, it's never usually fully mature, and that part is a bit responsible for prioritizing.
That's an interesting age, 25.
So he was saying that and it's why for women at least, he was saying for guys sometimes some of them even take like up to like 27 for them to like for their oasis to be fully developed. So he was telling me that no wonder you find a lot of teenagers who have that thing where they time management, they struggle with it, prioritizing on what's important.
Like you.
Very mature. So
what's important?
So you're not allowed to date. No. Like,
oh my God.
I'm using
interesting. But sure, 25 is an interesting age.
No, like, so she spoke about priority, time management, and all. So I'm throwing it back at her because she's not good at those. So
you got the gun, you loaded it, and you pointed it at yourself.
You cannot be disrespecting a whore. Soon to be graduating medical doctor.
Yeah, no. So the reason I brought up this is to say, like, in a scientific context, yes, my brother was trying to say when it's good, at least when you're 25, to actually get into a relationship.
Do you agree with that perspective?
Me, no.
Because you want to date now.
No. No. For me, I feel like the most biggest question to ask yourself is it that you want it? When you answer that, the next question is it important or is it a priority at that time?
What's the difference between important and priority?
That's another rabbit hole about to go down.
No, like, just if something is important, you prioritize it.
No,
so,
like,
so Dr. Samantha. Farmer Samantha. Maybe you who deals with plants.
It's okay. For me, I don't know how can I differentiate, but in that context, like, it's not the same because like there's certain things that it's important, right? Maybe it's important for me to do it, but it's not a priority at this moment. Yes. So it's something that you must also answer to say, okay, is it important or is it a priority? Like, okay, it may be important, but is it a priority now? Like, now, is it a priority?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Noted. Gotten. I think to answer you,
wrap it up.
And that's why I feel that we need to be in tune with God's word and hear his voice. I think most of us are so much in that space of we do not want to be alone. We want to be with somebody. I am not happy that before I married my wife, I had other people. Because I invested a lot in those relationships. There were emotional ties built. But had I yeah, but had I waited and was patient to hear God's voice.
This is a highlight. This is the first time I've heard you go. We can't continue just like that. We can't
I'm not going to let it slide.
Anyways, have your moment. Each dog has its day. Yeah, so had I have to be cautious now. It's like the LRs, like
they are watching you.
I remember actually watching Pastor Daniel and then that game they were playing for ABCDs. Like, anyways, so had I waited, I think it was going to be easier that way. And like emotionally investing in relationships, because and here's my take. Here's how I treated every relationship. It was unto marriage. It was never, this is a trial and error thing.
I want to see something.
No, it was always stated from the get-go that I want to marry this person. However, I don't know if it was God. It was good. Because all things work together for good to them that love the Lord and according to his will and purpose. So, and I am happy and I'm joyful where I am at. I love my wife and child. Hallelujah.
Always making points.
But I have a question for you.
Yes.
I think did I ask you? No. Okay. For me, right, what's usually my concern is like I usually feel like love is nice, it's a beautiful thing, but my concern is when it comes
however,
to...
don't use but.
Okay, however...
Love is nice,
yes.
However...
I always feel like there is not that genuinity. So when it comes to... I find someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're my whole world. The love of my life. I can't breathe without you. When I wake up... You
okay,
know,
go.
Get the point. We get the point.
We break up.
Mm-hmm.
I find another one. They are my world, the love of my life. I even told them, say, no, I'm not just saying it to make you feel happy. Like I feel it. Feel it.
Yeah.
Again, it ends. I find another one. Again, I feel it. For me, that makes me think, say, is it genuine? Because how come everyone that you are just interacting with and you liked in that moment, they were your love of your life, and yes, and me again, when you marry me, you start telling me the love of my life. Like, I won't feel that genuinity in what you're saying.
I get you. But
too much of dog.
No. Anyways, let's close this because it will be a whole rabbit hole. I think I'll quote your pastor, senior pastor Daniel Musonda Kaira. I think when I had him on the podcast, he said something that he's a hopeless romantic, right? What it meant was that he would be with this person, he will love them, and then it didn't work out. Then even to the next person, love them. Our hearts are so big that they're able to love a lot of people. That is why if we go using our fleshly bodies, we can love multiple people. Right? So now it's a matter of training ourselves to be loyal and faithful to one person. And which is why I mentioned that it is really important to be in tune with God's word and hearing his voice so that he can order our steps. Most of us are ordering our own steps and not God ordering our steps. I'll tell you this, that I met my wife, like, I would say it's a God ordained type of thing. Like, by the time I'm meeting her, like, I'm like, oh, I'm single. You're single. Like, it's like a Spider-Man thing. You're like, you're here. Like a Spider-Man. And we were like back together. And even as we started dating, like it didn't take long. It was just like 2 months in. I asked her out, and then she told me to say, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh, actually, I can marry you next year on your birthday." And she's like, "No." Right? So the whole of 2022, and then did the official engagement 24th December of 2023, and then got married in 2024 on the 5th of October, right?
So 3 years, give or take.
Yeah. But it was already set in stone that even from the point of being with her, it was already done.
Marriage, yeah.
And then the way I do it is that in order to protect myself and her, I had to even involve other people. So like mentors, there will be pastors who would oversee both of us because we came from different churches. So to just make sure that we are protected and are guided in whatever we are doing. So there was an aspect of accountability. That's why even relationships, it's really, really important to have accountability partners, people who can keep you accountable. And they can even tell you, say, I think most of the times when we're in relationships, we are so blinded with this love that we can't see what God is saying. We can't hear what God is saying because it's love so deep. Like Tanganyika type of vibes. Then you're just in a whole deep hole. Guys, we need to close. I think, anyways.
Do you think we're going to get like the J Cash Pompey feature?
It might come through, it might not. But I think after that podcast interview, it might not. And it's not okay for now to do it. Because if we do it now, it will just be for the sake of fulfilling
the pledge.
Yes. I feel it should come from a...
He said you went to church with him for like 2 months.
Yeah, that's fine.
And he loved it.
Great. But the thing is, it should be impactful, even as it's done. Yeah.
Speaking of Jcash, yeah, I was actually almost about to have a conversation with you like before we started the podcast. Like about, you remember the time for Venezuelan Farm when they used to like battle each other in terms of hip hop? Like Jcash and his crew just popped up some fire, like some buzz on TikTok. And immediately they did that, we just saw another guy coming in who wasn't even in the conversation and the equation, also bringing out some buzz. So like now it's like they're trying to fight on who is the king of LSK hip hop, like all that drama around. And I actually agree, because when I was seeing that on TikTok, I'm like, he was talking about featuring Pompey, and I'm sure it would get the church's attention, the bishop's attention, and I'm sure when they see the battle thing, the bishop may just say,
it's like, actually, perfect example is Bukata, right? So Bukata, the other day, put up on his WhatsApp status, he was dropping some bars, and then you use the N-word. And I'm like, no, Bukata, you can't use the N-word.
Yeah, I'm having
He's
this
like,
conversation here.
no, like, all my friends are okay with the N-word. I'm like, no.
I didn't necessarily say all my friends are okay with it, right? But I did say it is a word that is used amongst my friend group, right? It's like boy.
But the thing is that when you use the N-word and you put it on your WhatsApp status, it's not just your friend group seeing.
That is true.
Right?
Is true.
So one of the things which I do, and I know a lot of people say I don't care what people think or say, is that I need to watch my life and doctrine closely. Whatever I say has a bearing, right? What I dress has a bearing. You know, like I no longer wear shorts when I'm going to public spaces.
Interesting.
Because somebody was like, you are not supposed to wear like that. You are making people fall. I have nice legs. But anyways.
we want Jambies.
I hear you.
So I can't even wear a vest like going out, right? Because I have to be mindful because another person will get offended. I might cause a weaker brother to sin. So it's the same thing. Like your friend group would be okay with that word. But then, on the broader context, to others, the N-word is an insult. It's a derogatory term. So,
I hear you. Yes. How far do you take that, though? How far do you take the concept of for the sake of others?
Because it's the basic stuff. You know, I used to do a mohawk at some point. Until somebody came and said, a child of God cannot be doing that. And I understood. And I stopped. Why? Because the person was coming from an SDA background.
He's not going to want to see you in a mohawk.
Yeah.
So, for example, me, I've just found that I love to have hair, right? But I can't keep it in an afro just. If it to get to a point where I have to braid it.
I had dreads.
Exactly. Like, so then if now I am as active as I am in the youth ministry, right? And then I get to a point where I can lock my hair.
So for me, here's how I do things, right? For the broader mass or the broader audience, I will do things in a safe way. I'm okay with that. Others, guys, fight your battles. I'm not with you. You'll be like the Mag 44s, the baby is going to perform in bars. Like,
I hear you.
But I'll not be part of that fight. I am okay to just be chilled, to live a peaceful life. I will adjust a few things here and there. Yeah. So that's why, like, when I saw that on your status, like you putting up the N-word, I'm like, nah. Like it's
I hope people know what word, because
oh, then nigger. Like it's not.
Yeah, because it's good.
To add to like
what's the other?
I don't know. I'm just saying. People are creative.
Yeah. To add to what you said, I remember like I'm in teens ministry. I'm a teen. Yes. So.
And then you want to be in a relationship, anyways.
We're having like class one time. So like someone had. Like there's something that I used to like wearing at church. So like this person once wore the same thing and they're like when they were like correcting the person said, but Lydia does it and you never say anything. So I remember when Pastor Emmanuel came to me and told me to stop, I was complaining. I'm like, but like why? Like why? Like it's my life. Like why should I be concerned about the other person? And I remember he said something really interesting. He said he explained to me to say Christianity is not validated in the biggest things like healing the sick, raising someone from the dead, but it's picked from the simple things, like the simple things. And I remember he asked me a question. He said, when you look at the fruit of the spirit, like they deal with the matter of the heart, right? So it's about the simple things. And he told me to say there are two basic things that you need to understand, which is that when the kingdom of God loses a soul because of you, it's not their problem. You will be accountable. God will hold you accountable, not them, you, because we are supposed to be, he was telling me to say we're supposed to be a walking mirror. There's certain people that must come to the kingdom because they've seen us. They must feel the presence of God in us, and they must feel that Christ exists because they've seen us.
That's an interesting perspective.
You know, like Lydia has got followers on the podcast.
Oh.
Like people want to meet her. You know, one of these fine days we'll put her on so that people can see
I didn't know our followers.
and see this great wisdom pouring from Lydia. One of the stories as well which made news was Chichi Daisy for giving Mutale Mwanza.
I don't know credit for that. Dismo.
That he was the one who caused.
Yeah, he said that same cipher she was talking about, the rap cipher.
He
has a line where he talks about kuikosesa like Chichi Daisy. And Chichi Daisy and he says Chichi Daisy, that caused Chichi Daisy to reflect on herself, like, do I kosesa it like that for real, right? And then she called him, and then he's connected to both of them.
What do you think of that? What's your take? Did you think Chichi should have forgiven Mutale, or should have just like left it to the courts?
So
to set to
let
this be an example.
I'm torn because I do feel like people need to learn, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do agree that there's a place where forgiveness must come.
Maybe
like it would have been a sad turn of events to have Mutale Mwanza in jail, right? But then at the same time, it's like Mutale Mwanza trips. So I think it can be both, right? I think as far as it went, as quiet as she became, as meek as we saw her, right? Hopefully that's like lesson enough. Like,
and then people are like,
things can get
crocodile
real.
Tears. Crocodile tears, and then about to open the mouth like boom.
Then because like from a few experiences, I've seen what like situations can be like on social media, right? And then they become serious.
Yeah.
You can be joking, we can be here on social media, we call out somebody, we say something about someone, then tomorrow a lawsuit lands, and then now next thing we know we're in court. Like it's become serious, right? The internet will keep it unserious, but for you in real life, you could actually go to jail, right?
Definitely.
And those are life-changing experiences.
Yeah.
So I do think there was a lesson as far as don't push people, right? But also there's a lesson in the
it'd be great.
Forgiveness.
I think the person who like have them on their podcast, like who
both of them at the same time.
How did it go?
Tell us.
Joining me.
Yeah.
Should I call you Mister? So it goes that far.
So it does.
Anyways, the last story, and then we close. We have to call our lady who said that she will read the Bible in March. So so the last story is there was a video circulating, and now actually the gentleman has been released.
Okay.
Of a Chingola man who was accused that he stole somebody's manhood. Now, please give the microphone to our
resident
doctor Samantha. Anyways, she's not allowed to be called doctor yet. But pretend Dr. Samantha.
Yes. Pretend doctor.
Yes. Do you believe that witchcraft exists?
Okay, when we go into the spiritual aspect of things, we have the spiritual aspect of things, and we also have the physical and also the scientific aspect of things. Yeah. So when we take it in the spiritual aspect of things, what you believe in starts to work for you. That's what we should never forget.
Snap.
Poet, man. He has tapped into the inner poet. Yes, we are listening.
Okay. But then when you take it to the medical aspect, there's no such thing as somebody has stolen my manhood. There are only conditions that would predispose somebody to having an amputated penis or something like that.
No, this one stated that it disappeared.
It disappeared.
Yes. I don't know how they pee. But
that's... okay.
I have a question. How does this same whole story making you feel?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
But I'm surprised that they caught him and took him to the police.
There's a spiritual aspect, there's a scientific aspect, and also
Okay, let's establish. Do you guys believe that witchcraft exists?
Me, I have seen witchcraft.
Yeah, it does exist. It does exist.
Okay. You know what we'll do? We'll look for somebody for the next episode who can shed more light on this, because
we don't have enough expertise.
I was actually talking to somebody today. Like, they're like, oh, actually, I have somebody who, like, in the village, like, somebody would go for antenatal, pregnant, and then by the time their pregnancy is in their 8th month, it just disappears. Yeah.
Remember, I told you to say I was watching this movie by the Windlaws, Spirituals. You remember that movie?
Yes.
There was something to do with a similar kind of story where somebody is pregnant, so just all of a sudden disappear. So
I
one
go
of
take
the
your money,
episodes,
disappear.
or rather, one of the parts
Yes.
for spirituals.
Yeah.
So these women, whenever they used to get pregnant, immediately they report to their mother to say, "I'm pregnant." The night, the mother and her like siblings, they would go to a certain deity. They had this deity where they would like
a god.
And whatnot.
She's using fancy terms. Yeah.
Okay, yes. And all of a sudden, there will be termination of pregnancy. Whether it's 9 months or 9 months, zingat, as long as they've reported to say they are pregnant to the mother, they would lose their child.
It's crazy.
So it happens. Witchcraft is really real out there. So it's just what you believe in starts to work for you.
For me, I'd like to interview the policeman. Like, what are you, like, how do you police that? How do you go to the police station and say, after I interacted with this gentleman,
it's crazy work.
It has now disappeared. So how do you start? Investigations?
It's crazy work. Like, that's where the stories of
proof
like,
of
even Adams
crime.
or Mushala, like, they used to disappear, like, couldn't find him. But anyways, that's a
Anyway.
whole
But the
history.
guy who said that his man
lesson.
would disappear, I would have to like ask him
Ask
a lot
him,
of questions.
Yeah, anyways, we'll see how the week unfolds. Hey, guys, we have to go. We have to
Yeah.
go. I have
Sir,
Pastor
but
Leo waiting.
We can look for assist.
For what?
You know, like that thing I was telling you.
For what?
Yeah, so guys, I've been trying to propose something to Mr. Umubanga on the podcast. He's
That.
been holding it. Yes, so we can invite someone who is a Christian now, but they used to be involved in these things at a particular point in their life.
Okay. I just need to really, really vet their testimony.
Yeah.
Because some guys just take
Yes,
things
we
to
can
the
Just
find-
a rebrand.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
find something
so-
that
Yeah.
You can find the person has just
we just need
rebranded.
to vet their testimonies and see, because
Make sure they are OG.
we have an audience to protect, so we just can't bring anyone and everyone.
Exactly.
Um,
We need
Let's
to.
go Inonge.
We need to. Yeah.
Quick one. I saw, is it Mitch Mulenga who passed away? What happened? Anybody with context to what happened to him? Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, may he so rest in peace. So he went missing in January.
Okay.
Yeah, when he went missing, all posts were put up, and there was even a reward to say whoever finds him. The father said, "We'll give you 10,000 kwacha." Then, so he went. He was given money to deposit. He's from Mulungushi University. Yeah, for his school fees. Then all of a sudden he went missing. Then he was found should be on Youth Day, if I'm not mistaken. He was found dead, and his body was decomposed just near his home is it in Kanandola? If I'm not
sure.
mistaken.
So he was at Mulungushi University?
Yes, that's his school, but his home is in the
Oh,
Copper Belt.
but so where
was he when
by
he
the-
was asked to deposit the
yes,
money?
was he
He
at
was-
Mulungushi University?
No,
or-
no,
Was he at
he
school
was-
home?
No,
Yes.
he was home in the Copper Belt.
Mm.
Yes, he was home. Then his body was found behind a stadium near his home, and his head was beheaded, and the body was decomposed.
That's crazy.
Sad.
So there's a
Very sad.
petition going on saying
Yeah.
justice for him and all that.
Yeah, for the investigations too.
Yeah.
I saw there's a forensic lab at Levy
Yes.
Manawasa Medical University.
Yes.
Is that as well meant for investigations, like for murder, or it's just forensic for finding out who's the real father?
On that aspect, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, so on that aspect, I'm not really sure. I would have to find out. But the ones that I know that they deal with at Levy are like samples. But I'm not sure if they've gone as far as into
CSI.
investigations for murder or any crime related.
Yeah, that's
Investigations.
really sad. We hope that
It is.
the perpetrators will be brought to
task.
book. And then as well, there's been a lot of missing people.
Yeah.
A lot of, I think I saw a report around rape at Mwanza.
Is it the recent guy who just died? He went missing, then he was found dead.
No, there was there's the graduate who passed away.
Yeah. But there's also someone else who went missing, who was posted missing some days later.
Yeah.
Then 2 days later, he was found dead.
Yeah, like there's a lot happening. So
kids going missing.
Yeah, kids going like there's a lot happening. I know for others will be like, nah, it's just normal stuff, but it's an election year, so there'll be a lot happening. So it's really, really important that we take time to be able to pray for our nation. We take time to pray for our families, and just there's nothing too hard for the Lord. With our God, all things are possible.
Hopefully, this is the last. We also had that case of that South African girl child who committed suicide because she was being bullied.
How old was she?
She was, I can't precisely remember her age, but she was less than 8.
Yeah, because I think I saw a report like a grade 3 pupil like as well committed suicide. Like
that's sad.
In South Africa, she was being bullied.
Like it's.
It's that time.
Okay.
Why are this excited?
No,
going
so
on?
you see, like it's the whole transition from
being emotional,
from being emotional to
bring your friend to death.
No, right? I don't know if you're able to hear. Hi, Nonge, how are you?
Good, Mr. Mo. How are you doing?
Great, thanks. Can you hear us loud and clear?
Yes, like an echo or something.
There's an echo or something. I don't know why your voice sounds deep.
Yeah, that exactly. I can hear that.
Actually, let me cut and call you back so that we hear you loud and clear. Stefano Vera Parimanet. No, Chani. Who knows? Maybe you've won it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Okay, let's cut the call.
Still there in your ear. With our God, all things are possible. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know what? Let me put it on loudspeaker.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll do this.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thanks. You're live on the Umubanga podcast. So, Inonge, you were our last, I think, guest for the year 2024.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yes, and you trended number 1 because you said, me, I tell my pastor everything.
Do I regret it? No, that all.
I don't regret it.
You were super, super happy.
10 toes.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, and I think as we were closing our episode, we had an agreement. Mm-hmm. And I had asked you if you had read the whole Bible, and you said no, and you said you'd be done by March.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's the cameras.
And here we are.
Did I say March beginning month end?
Listen, don't use the lawyer language here.
Semantics. Technicalities.
So
March ends on the 31st.
okay, so here's my disclaimer first. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, as he talks to his disciples and he's talking with the people, he tells them this, that all liars are children of the devil. He does not say that you are in-laws, no. He says you are children. You are like your father, if you like. Now, we want to find out from Inonge if she has read the whole Bible.
No.
Okay.
I'll be honest and say I'm not yet finished with it.
At what point? Which position or which
Where are you?
How far are you?
We are in the last book.
Revelation.
Yes, that's where we are. That's where we currently are.
So how many chapters to go? Revelation has how many chapters? 21?
I don't know.
Honestly, there are quite a many. Okay, there are quite a number to go. To be honest. But I'll finish. That I know.
Okay.
I'll definitely finish.
Please let us know. We'll call you when you finish. We want to. Hey, please. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Thank you for the accountability. It's a reminder.
Yes. You know, like it's interesting how the whole world sang "I am a soldier at the battlefield, waiting to hear the voice of my commander." But then we do not know what the commander commands of us because we haven't read his word.
Cooking.
True. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And we will wait to hear from you now.
I'll call you.
Alrighty. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Now I'm not gonna tell you guys when I'm finishing. Also, you'll be
okay.
On set.
So, how far are you with reading your
Bible? Pray every day.
You haven't even gone halfway. Okay.
Pray every day.
Okay. For a start, I want us to read the whole book of John. By the time it's month end, the whole book of John is a small book. In the beginning. Okay, we have to go now.
Yes.
Pastor Leo is waiting. Oh, by the way, Wana, kindly ask Pastor Leo the date for the Unza invasion. Just tell him to say he's asking for the date for the Unza invasion so that he can mention it on the podcast. So,
by the way, working at Umubanga, you'll be asked on reading the Bible. So you've heard, guys, we've been given John.
yeah, by the end of March, all of us will give a report.
And I can tell you that for real, he will come for us.
Yeah, like we'll read. No. What's the date? Which is what? 21st? Yeah, so for those of you who are students at Unza, make sure you attend the Unza Invasion by Refresh City Church with Pastor Leo Kakungu and Pastor Gift Kaptula as the guest minister. So make sure you attend. What else is happening? I know there's a conference on the 28th.
Yes, 28th of March. We have our SEZ Regional Youth Conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Where will it be?
It will be at CMA, which is Christ Mission Assembly in Chalala.
From what encounter?
9 hours to 16 hours.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, if you be there, we'll actually have a live podcast recording on the 28th.
Yes.
So we'll record it from the actual youth conference. Just something different, as we said last week, that will start podcast tours. So make sure you. Hey, why am I about to burp? Yeah. Anyways,
to be
we also have Love Sunday.
Yeah, I'll mention that. So Senior Pastor Daniel Musonda Kaira and the Household of Faith Church will be having the Love Sunday on the 16th of May, 2026 at the Blessing Center, right?
It would be cool to do an episode with them.
Yeah, so it will be nice. We'll see.
I've got questions.
You have questions, but of course I don't think would be allowed to ask during that day because it's themed in a certain way. But I think we can be able to talk to Pastor Daniel and have him on the podcast again. So so make sure you attend those events. So if you are part of your youth ministry, and you want us to come and record a podcast from your church, just let us know in the comment section or inbox me or Bukata, either TikTok. You can inbox the Umubanga podcast page, umubangamedia, all the Umubanga podcast platforms, like on the different platforms. You can just message, and then we can be able to arrange when we can come and do a live recording with your youth ministry. So we want to be interactive as much as we can. And
yes, we don't want to just be saying touch the screen. We want to see you in person.
Feel the power. Take it.
We want to see you in person.
I release a blessing on you.
Okay, let's close. What are you playing for us today?
What am I playing today?
Please like, comment, share, subscribe.
Okay, what song are we going with today?
The song we can only play for a few seconds.
Yes.
Should be interesting.
Okay, let's see. Who are we playing? We are done.
Play Team Count on You.
I'm actually in Team's thing.
You're in the spirit.
In Team's album. Yeah, so from me, Dennis Mubanga Kabwe, and the rest of the crew, we say bye-bye.
Next time.
Lord, I count on you.